to overlay it with the modern conception of race changes it for me in that I saw like, well, yeah, in a way, black folks are like a family and white folks are like a family, and then we can find moments of specific connection where, you know, you and I in other contexts might be the best of friends and it wouldn't matter, you're white, I'm black, that, you know, we just have this connection. And yet we come from these families that are at times at war. That's sort of what I got out of it. What did you get out of injecting race into this Romeo and Juliet conversation?
I know this I don't know how this sounds, but I don't see color. I try not to see color. I see people and actors working together as a company. And, you know, when we met with Condola for the first time, she came into the room to audition, and I was dead on my feet because I had a terrible bout of the flu. And she rose me from that state into a fit of laughter during the balcony scene in a moment that really shouldn't be funny, but turns out could be hilarious. But she came in and claimed that role, and everything transpired from there. And honestly, I think that the conversation about black and white shouldn't be a conversation. It's just two families, and we should be moving beyond that, and I'd love that to happen. And I think that that's part of what we're doing with this play and the way that it came together so organically. So I'm working with some phenomenal actors, and that's how I see it.
Yeah.
And I'm very lucky to do so. Yeah. Tony Award-winning actor Chuck Cooper over here, and two-time Tony Award-nominated actress Condola Rashad, and goodness knows what I'm doing in the fray. But my mum said to me, "So you decided to climb Everest, did you, right out the gate? Haven't done Shakespeare before. Haven't done Broadway before. They haven't done Shakespeare on Broadway. They haven't done Romeo and Juliet on Broadway for 36 years. That sounds like a good idea, Orlando." So it was funny, but it's been you know, it's really been a joyous experience.
The first time that you guys kiss is a very powerful moment for everybody in the room, and
it's gotten longer and
really
longer.
Is. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen it, come and see it and tell all your friends.
There's lots of body language going on as you're kissing. There's lots of laughter in the theater as you're kissing. And Ben Brantley from The Times underlined this moment during their first kiss. She seems to transmit her innocence to him as if it were mononucleosis, and from that moment, we fear for them. Hey, talk about getting that moment right. And I mean, you know, he's kissing you and you're sort of going limp, but you know, you're giving but you are giving some of the beauty and the purity that you have and transforming his character.
Well, you know, the truth is that to really get to that moment, we went through a lot to get there. I mean, we went through different ways.
So you had to rehearse the kiss a lot. Is
that
what you're saying?
Do with the balloon, and then, you know,
it's been lots of snogging.
There was a lot of different things, or the length of it. We played around with it a lot, actually. And what it kind of came down to was, it got to a point where David was just like, "Listen, just go. Just be passionate. When in doubt, snugger. It's gonna be fine." Like, so it just, you know, it just came up that way. But also, I think what really helped us get to the truth of that moment, aside from the hot, steamy kiss and all that good stuff, was we had to just stop thinking about it so much and stop putting so much onto it and just really be honest with each other. And as two actors, really go into the hearts of these two characters and just talk to each other as a boy and a girl would. Mm-hmm.